The woman was nursing her baby when her father-in-law hid by the door to spy on her. When the woman caught him, he showed no remorse and even walked into the room. Feeling helpless, the woman went to find her husband, hoping he would stand up for her. However, at that moment, the scumbag was inside the room, getting intimate with the nanny. When he heard the woman knocking, he calmly opened the door. Seeing the woman's panic, she immediately sensed something was wrong. Ignoring the scumbag's objections, she walked inside. She was shocked to find the nanny in there. She expected the nanny to be taking care of the baby but couldn't find the child. To her surprise, the nanny claimed she bought too many groceries and had left the baby at the market. This left the woman frantic and helpless. Ever since she had the baby, the scumbag's attitude towards her had completely changed. She thought he would sympathize with her, so she hired a nanny to lighten her load. But the nanny proved to be completely incompetent. The baby almost fell into a lake. Unable to tolerate it anymore, the woman confronted the scumbag, demanding he fire the nanny. To her shock, the nanny boldly flirted with the scumbag at the door. The scumbag, in turn, blamed everything on the woman. He loudly scolded her to wean the baby and go out to earn money. The woman had no rebuttal. Later that night, while taking a bath, she heard noise outside. Thinking it was the scumbag, she was about to check but bumped into her father-in-law quietly opening the door. It turned out the man hadn't told her that he had moved his father in. The woman wasn't against honoring the elderly. But the next day, while feeding the baby, she found her father-in-law sneaking a peek at the door. She hurriedly put the baby down, fearing he might do something inappropriate. She rushed out to complain to the scumbag. However, the scumbag thought she was being paranoid. As she tried to argue, he suddenly lost his patience. He scolded her for not closing the door properly and blaming his father. Speechless, the woman slammed the door and left the house. She thought the scumbag would keep the father-in-law in check, but that night, the scumbag stayed out too late, leaving her father-in-law a chance to act. Seeing the father-in-law getting closer, the woman kicked him hard in panic. She declared the house was bought by her and her husband, and if he didn't behave, he could go back to his rural home. Just then, the woman heard the baby crying and rushed to check. She called for a long time but didn't get a response from the nanny. She guessed the nanny was probably slacking off again. With no choice, she started calming the baby herself. When the nanny returned leisurely with groceries, the woman only scolded her a little. Unexpectedly, the nanny lost her temper and quit on the spot. The woman had no choice but to wash the baby's clothes herself. After cleaning them and taking them out of the washing machine, she was shocked to find her father-in-law's underwear mixed with the baby's clothes. Angrily, she called her father-in-law to ask what happened. He replied it's how he always does the laundry and told her not to make a scene. Unable to tolerate it anymore, the woman shoved the clothes into his mouth and rushed to find the scumbag for justice. But the door was locked by the scumbag from the inside. The nanny, hearing the commotion, hurriedly tidied up the scene. When the scumbag opened the door, the woman immediately sensed something was wrong. Sure enough, she rushed in and found the nanny inside. She quickly asked the nanny why she wasn't with the baby. The nanny calmly said she had left the baby at the market because she had too many things to carry. The woman hurriedly found the baby and took it to the hospital. The scumbag, still unconcerned, thought the baby was just exposed to some wind and didn't need medical attention. He then said he had plans that night and left the hospital. At the emergency entrance, family members are not allowed to leave. With only her unreliable father-in-law left at the hospital, the woman gave him her bank card to pay the medical fees. But after waiting for a long time, the doctor came out and